up a wall. You could sit on a comfortable seated position, like on a block. Take some movements that feel good for you. Like no necessary agenda here. This just gets to be how you land, where you land, and acknowledge that now you are here. You have arrived. So just notice the breath that exists right here and now without needing to switch it up or change anything about it. Just begin to notice the pattern, the cadence, its natural rhythm. Notice maybe where the breath naturally wants to travel in your body. Explore those places that already feel spacious. Maybe you notice where there might be a little bit more constriction or this feeling of tightness. Maybe it's around the shoulders, maybe it's behind the neck. Somewhere in your body that doesn't feel quite as spacious. Without adjusting or needing to fidget or change, simply allow your breath to begin to move there. From the very top of your head, begin a full body scan, tracing as slowly as you'd like, down or around the entire perimeter of your body, from top to bottom. Noticing where any of those spaces of tightness exist and where you can simply choose to exhale a little longer, to linger in that breath, and to trust that the process of the inhale and the exhale will do its work. As you continue to trace around your body, perhaps you begin to exhale a little longer than you inhale. Or pause at the bottom of the exhale before beginning the new breath in again. Once you've found this full body scan in its entirety, with your eyes still closed, envision the place where you feel the most at ease. Maybe it's right here on your yoga mat. Maybe it's on your mat under a beautiful sunshiny sky in the mountains or by the beach. Wherever your sense of home is, maybe you feel whatever the feeling is of the wind on your skin, the smells around you, the sensations around you. But also notice that you are there in that space and that you are the reason that you feel the way that you feel. None of the external factors are what make up for the full capacity of your deep breathing in and out. The ability for you to find your own sense of ease from within that doesn't matter where you are geographically in the world. Your body understands peace and understands ease from the inside out. So lean into that. Know that you have that power and that ability to create what you want, how you want, wherever you are, whenever you are. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. No rush at all. We'll make our way to downward facing dog. However you want to get there, no rush. You might pause in tabletop first. Begin to pedal your feet out in your down dog once you're there. We'll only be here for a moment. Perhaps you close your eyes. You kind of sway your body left to right, kind of bend and straighten your elbows or roll the shoulders a couple times in your down dog shape. Beautiful. Lift your heels up and drop your knees to the ground, tabletop. Drop your belly into a cow pose, broaden your collarbones, and at the top of that inhale, a little bit of pulling back on your palms, open the chest a little more. And round your spine, push the ground away. Maybe you try to push your palms a little forward. Cow, on your own pace, doesn't have to match mine. Full expansion of the breath in. And cat, depth of every single breath out. Cow pose, breathe in. And exhale to a cat. One more round, inhale. And full exhale. Come back through your tabletop and slide all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes, scoot them back behind you. And then when you come to your belly, rest your forehead on either the mat or make pillows with your hands. Rest your forehead down. Lift one leg up and lengthen it back behind you, and then do that with your other leg. And allow your legs, allow your quads to get heavy here. Breathe a little more into your back body. Our lungs are positioned on the back. Just imagine the warmth of the sun on your skin. Exhale all of your stale air out. Sphinx pose. Bring your forearms forward. Press down into your forearms. Roll your shoulders back a little. If you feel like you're super low to the ground, walk your palms a little more forward. If you feel like it's hard to get traction, scoot a little more forward. Without squeezing your glutes, just allow your pelvis to get a little heavier. Shine your collarbones a little wider left to right. Take an inhale. And lower down to your belly, exhale. Cobra pose, slide your fingertips back. Lift your heart up a little higher, still heavy through the pelvis and the tops of your feet. Lower down and breathe out. Try that one more time. Cobra, maybe you lift up just a little bit bigger. And gently lower all the way to your belly. Press up to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes back to downward facing dog. In this round of down dog, pedal your feet out with a little more like theatrics. Like go a little bigger, explore a little more, sway your body or drop your heels one way and the other. Take the deepest breath in so far. Through your mouth, let it go. Lift your right leg in the air. Doesn't have to be high. And just step your right foot all the way to the top of your mountain. As many steps as it takes to get there. Drop your left knee down to the ground. Bring your hands onto your right thigh. As you press your hands against your thigh, draw your right hip back some more. You could keep this or start to reach your left arm past your left ear. Maybe drag your right thumb to the right hip crease and pull it back some. And then final option, wrap your left hand behind your head and then wrap the elbow in, lean a little back. Keep pressing down into the top of your left foot. Easy twist, left hand down. Reach your right arm up, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Circle your right wrist out a couple times. Maybe your whole right arm a couple times, or a cactus of the right arm too. There's no wrong answers. You're exploring how your body wants to move. It's a beautiful thing. Wiggle your right foot just a little bit wider. So you've got a wider stance now. Take an inhale in your twist. Bring your elbow inside of your right leg and get low. Reach your right arm up in your twist, inhale. Elbow low, exhale. One more time, inhale, twist. Exhale, get low. Plant your right hand, wide-legged fold. Turn your toes a quarter of the way over to the left and adjust your feet if you need. Take a little wiggle left or right of your toes, of your hips. Maybe it looks like a lateral lunge. Maybe it's just sort of like a sway of your hips. And maybe it's like a little shift of the shoulders, side to side. From your wide-legged forward fold, halfway lift of your upper body, pull your chest forward to the front of your mat, low lunge. Step your left foot forward, halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Reach up to stand, push into your feet. Get taller, reach up at the top. Cactus your arms, quads are active as you lift your heart a little bit higher up. Reach up tall, inhale. Dive forward, exhale. Halfway lift, draw your heart forward. Step back to downward facing dog. Feel the inner thighs spiral back. Push down and forward into your hands. High plank or tabletop, you can always choose here. As you shift forward in your plank, lower down to your belly, knees can always help you along the journey. Sphinx pose, drag your forearms forward. Allow your pelvis to get a little heavier. And then from here, keep your upper body, everything in Sphinx, and just drop your chin towards your chest. Scrape your chin towards your right collarbone. Through the center into the left collarbone. Still traction, both elbows backwards. One more each way. And go as slow as you came into it. Head through the center up to neutral, inhale. Lower down to your belly, exhale. Locust pose, reach your arms back behind you. Lift your chest, lift your fingertips, maybe lift your legs. If you prefer to keep the hips grounded, feet grounded, feel free to do so. Take a deep breath in. Lower down, exhale. Plant your palms, tabletop. Downward facing dog. Dramatic heel rocks. Like you can go forward and back, right to left. Let this be intuitive. Let this be creative for you. Roll the shoulders a couple times, feel some pops, some cracks, roll over your toes. And then lift your left leg into the air, not for a long time. And just step your left foot forward to a low lunge. Drop your right knee down, hands onto your left thigh. A little bit of resistance here. Start to build some heat from the inside. Push into your left foot. Draw your left hip back. Option to start to reach your right arm past your right ear, and then maybe the left thumb to the hip crease, kind of pull it down. Final option, right hand behind your head. Keep wrapping the elbow in. Take a deep breath into the belly. Easy twist, right hand down. Reach your left arm high. Keep your back toes tucked, your back knee lifted. Circle your left wrist out. Maybe the whole left arm starts to move. Where did your breath go? Wiggle your left foot wider towards the left side of your mat. Take an inhale in this twist. Elbow inside your left leg, get low. You can bend both knees a lot here. Open in your twist. Expand this breath in. Exhale, get low. One last one, inhale, twist. Exhale, get low, stay low. Wide-legged forward fold, turn your toes over. This time you might start to get lower in your lunges, like Skandasana. If you're feeling comfortable with one knee bending a lot, the other toes turning up. It's still early, so listen to your body, and maybe slowing down is just the thing that you need. We'll go right to the front of the mat in 3. Even out your sides, take what you need in 2. Front of your mat, low lunge, right foot to the top of your space. halfway lift. Pull your heart forward, little bend of your knees. Fold forward, exhale. Reach up to stand, flat back, strong legs to lift you. Fold forward, breathe out. Stay in your forward fold and take a ragdoll. Grab your elbows, bend your knees, rock your body a little more left to right. A little shake of your head, no, a little nod of your head, yes. Maybe you bring a little more weight towards the forward ball mounds of your feet. Release your hands. Halfway lift. Press your palms onto something for support. Step to downward facing dog. Plant your palms, feet step back. High plank, roll your body all the way forward. Shift forward, lower down to your belly. Core is on, quads are active as you lower. Right into locust. Sweep your arms back. Lift your chest, your arms, your legs. From your belly button forward, get longer. From your belly button backwards, get longer. Final breath in. Lower down, breathe out. Tabletop or high plank, you choose. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes, hips go high, up and back. Take one deep breath in. Full breath out. Heels lift up high as you inhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Step to the top of your space. Halfway lift, full inhale. Fold down, exhale. Reach all the way up above you, just this breath in at the top. Fold forward, dive down. Halfway lift. Step to high plank. If you're familiar with chaturanga, you are welcome to shift forward, lower halfway, or to your belly. You choose cobra, locust, or upward facing dog, first bigger back bend of the morning. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. For a moment, just notice the process of your breath in and out. Perhaps you focus on the exhale just a bit longer. Linger in it longer than the exhale. Lift your heels up high. Bend your knees. Step or hop lightly forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach up above you. Big reach up. Legs are strong underneath you to support you. Fold down, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step to chaturanga or right to your belly. If you know the flow, you go. Or you might choose cobra on the inhale. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. No rush at all to get there. One deep breath in. One deep breath out. Heels rise high. Bend your knees. Travel forward. Half lift to lengthen. Fold all the way down. Reach up above you. This time, keep your arms reaching up. Chair pose. Sink your hips low. Press down into your feet. Then breathe a little more into the back body. Option, interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your heart up a little higher. Maybe you start to wrap your elbows in or fan the elbows a little wider. Explore the space behind the shoulder blades. Keep your elbows where they are. Lift your heart up and back a little higher. Inhale. Dive forward, fold, exhale, release your hands. Halfway lift. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Warrior two, windmill all the way open. First time that we're in this bigger hip opening shape today. Place your hands on your hips and straighten your right leg, just to allow some movement here. Feel out what feels good to you. Where do you want to send your attention, your awareness, your gaze? And when you're ready, rebend the right knee. Keep drawing your right hip back and down. Feel the shoulders melt down. So good. Take a deep breath in where you are. Stay to breathe out. Flip your palms. First, shift forward as much as you can. Create more length. Then reverse your warrior. Go all the way back. Option, right hand behind your head. Maybe left hand on your hip if that feels good for the hip joint. Breathe a little more into the right side body. Take an inhale. Windmill your hands to a low lunge. Left hand down, easy twist. Reach your right arm high. Wiggle your right foot wider. Take a deep breath in. Elbow inside of your right leg. Exhale. Twist it open, inhale. Get a little lower, exhale. Last one, inhale to twist. Exhale, get low, stay low, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your right toes over. This time, bend your left knee. So it's in a lateral lunge or skandasana. Left knee bends, it's your choice. You can always keep it more like toes facing forward. Find the angle that works for you. Hold in some steadiness for 3. We're gonna go back to the front of the mat in 2. To the front of your yoga mat, low lunge, drop your left knee all the way to the ground. Anjaneyasana, lift your arms up in the air. Cactus your arms, elbows drive back, fingertips pull back, and then push a little more into the top of your left foot. Try to pull your left shin forward. Push a little more into the right heel, try to drive it backwards. Lift your heart up and back just 1 more inch. As you inhale, arms reach high, deep breath in. Half split, hands to the ground, shift your hips back. Dig down into the right heel. Little flex of the right toes back towards your face. And sometimes I'll walk my hands inside of the right leg or wiggle your toes a little left to right. What do you need a little more of this morning? Stay here, or left hand down, reach your right arm up, add a twist in your half split for 3. We're coming forward to a low lunge, Anjane in 2. Right hand down, Anjaneyasana, back knee still on the ground. 1 deep breath in. Hands to your mat, downward facing dog. Always feel free to stay just like this. Or roll forward, high to low plank. Your exhale takes you to chaturanga. Quads are on. Upward facing, you'll take that if you're going for the back bend. Press forward and down into your hands to move back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale and a full exhale. Lift your heels as you breathe in next. Bend your knees, travel forward. Half lift, lengthen. Fold down. Bend your knees, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Feel the heels ground you down. Imagine like your toes are in sand here, like wiggle them so they can like bury themselves deeper in the sand. Then as you feel their heels melt down, lift your heart a little higher. Melt the shoulders. We'll add on a little bit. So interlace your hands behind your head, elbows go wide. On your inhale, fan your chest open a little. And then just curve your spine, push your elbows forward as you exhale, kind of like a cat pose. Inhale like a cow, elbows go wide, breathe in. Exhale, elbows forward, curl in. You got 2 more like this. Feel free to explore it differently in your body. Exhale takes you low. 1 last time, inhale to fan open. Right away, fold forward. Exhale, keep the knees bent as you fold. Halfway lift, pull your chest forward. Lunge your right leg all the way to the back of your mat, warrior 2. Straighten your left leg. Take all of the feel-good hula like movements around. And then revisit your warrior 2 lunge. Melt the shoulder. Keep pushing down into your left foot and a feeling of just the left sitting bone pulling just a little bit to the back of your mat. Flip your palm, shift forward more, a little more. Then take that length and reverse it. Inhale. Right hand could come to your hip for support. Left hand behind your head for a little more nuance. Keep grounding down into your left foot as you fan your heart a little more open. Final deep breath in. Windmill your hands to the top of your mat. Right palm down, easy twist. Reach your left arm up. Go for that stretch. Wiggle your left foot wider. Another big breath in. Elbow inside of your left leg. Get low. Twist open. Inhale. Keep pressing into your left foot. Lower, exhale. Last time, twist it open, deep breath in. Exhale, get low, stay low, wide-legged forward fold. Right away, right knee bends, either lateral lunge or skandasana. If you're lower in this lunge, just take a tiny micro bend of the left knee. If your left toes are flexed up towards the ceiling, try to pull your left heel to your right heel for 3. Know that you can always stay in your lateral lunge in 2. Front of your mat, low lunge. Drop your right knee to the earth. Anjaneyasana, lift up. Cactus, exhale. Come back into your breath. Feel the stability of the left foot grounding you down, pulling you back, and then your heart lifting you up a little higher. On your next inhale, arms reach up high, inhale. Palms to the ground, half split. Flex your left toes up. If you've got yoga blocks or anything for your hands for support, it's a great place to put them. Otherwise, maybe you walk your hands one way or the other, wiggle your toes a bit. Where can your breath take you? Be present for the journey. Stay or add your twist in your half split. Deep breath in. Stay to breathe out from your twist. Left hand down, Anjaneyasana. Keep the back knee low. Reach your arms up high. Inhale. Hands down, down dog. Exhale. Your choice. Stay here or flow. Vinyasa. High to low plank, just halfway lower. Up dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. From down dog, lift your right leg in the air. Now bend your knees, stack your hips open. Keep pressing down and forward into both palms. Maybe a little flex or point of the right toes. Take an inhale and straighten your right leg high. Knee towards your chest. Step forward, warrior one. First time we're here. Drop the left heel and rise up. So your chest is mostly reaching forward. Let your arms come by your side. We'll kind of flow just the arms here. Reach your arms up tall. Inhale. Arms drift down by your sides. Exhale. Keep pushing into your right foot. Arms sweep high. Breathe in. Arms drape down. Breathe out. Final time. Reach your arms up. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes out. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Shift a little forward. Flip your palms. Reverse your warrior. Take it a lot back. Side angle on the left side. Elbow to your left thigh. Right arm past your right ear. Feel the left hip draw back. And then notice, are you dumping into your left shoulder? Can you find a little more spaciousness? Perhaps you take that full body scan. Where are the places of tightness? Option to add a half bind of your right arm. Maybe the back of your right hand presses against your low back. Find the strength and the stability of pushing into your feet. If you have a half bind, maybe left arm past your left ear. We go to a wide-legged fold in 3. Slow in 2. Wide-legged forward fold 1. Just a halfway lift. Pull your chest forward to the front of your mat, low lunge. Left hand down, easy twist. Reach your right arm high in the air. Options here. Side plank, you stack if you know it, or lower your left knee to the ground. Modified side plank, right foot to the back of your mat. No matter where you are in this side plank, you have 3 breaths, and then we'll float the top leg. And start to float your right leg if you have not already. A little more challenging if you're in a full side plank. Draw your right knee to your chest, so strong and stable through your core. Step your right foot to the top of your mat, standing split. Lift your left leg high. And this doesn't have to be super high. It's just your level of height for today. Just right where you are. Exactly where you're supposed to be. Take a full inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Bend your knees. Big toes together to touch. Chair pose. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Twist towards the right. Full chair twist towards the right. If you prefer an open arm twist, this is a lovely variation. Once you get there, really feel the connection of your feet on the ground underneath you. Go slow as you can. Deeper breathing in. Deeper breathing out. Final inhale. And release to a forward fold on your exhale. Feet hips width apart. Ragdoll is an option, and so is Padangusthasana. First 2 fingers under your big toes. If you choose that option, give a little length of your spine, fold a little deeper. Keep a generous bend of your knees the entire time, though. Let your head be heavy. Face muscles soft and relaxed. One more deep breath in your bind, in your fold, wherever you are. Release the bind that you've got. Walk your feet together. Push into two really strong legs. Reach up to stand. Tadasana. Inhale. Catch with your arms. Elbows pull back. Lift your heart a little higher. Reach up. Breathe in. Fold forward. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Heart forward. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or float. You could always go knees and to your belly. Maybe it's cobra. Maybe it's up dog. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. When you get there, lift your left leg into the air. Bend your knee and stack your hip open. Keep pressing down and forward into both hands. You could circle your toes a little, maybe move the whole foot around, the whole knee around. On your inhale, straighten your left leg. Draw your knee towards your chest. How slow can you step? Left foot, warrior one. Drop your right heel, reach up. And then let your arms come by your side, because a lot about yoga is building tension, but it's also finding relief. Reach your arms up on your inhale. Feel that energy lift you. Arms drift down. Feel that softening and soak it in. Arms reach up. Breathe in. Arms drift down by your side. Last time, reach your arms up. Straighten your left leg with you. Turn your left toes in and your right toes out. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Shift a little forward. Keep that length. Flip the palms. Lean back to reverse. Side angle on the right side. Could be elbow on the thigh. Left arm past your left ear. And although we find the work, for sure, building heat and sweat, there's this sense of ease that you can create when you allow the exhales to become just a little bit louder. Maybe you allow the bottom of your breath out to have a pause before the inhale comes in again. Half bind is an option, any other option for your side angle shape. And finally, if you want more, right arm past your right ear. Slow and steady, deep belly breath in. Binds, unbind, wide-legged forward fold. Just a little half lift to lengthen and go to the very front of your mat, low lunge. Right hand down, easy twist, left arm up. Step one, you can drop your right knee or don't. Side plank, left foot at the back of your mat. And you might keep this foot anchored the whole time. If you're in a full side plank, play as you like, all up to you. Keep grounding down into the right palm. Float your top leg. Your challenge, strong through the core, pull your left knee to your chest. Step your left foot to the top of your mat, standing splits, right leg high. And then you find your level of work to ease. Press down to lift higher. Maybe you melt the nose a little closer to the ground. Breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Big toes closer together. Bend your knees. Last chair pose of the day. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Twist towards the left. Keep pressing your palms towards each other, or remember that open arm twist is lovely. Keep the right hip drawing back. Take a deep inhale. And fold forward all the way. Exhale. Rise up to stand, Tadasana. Reach your arms way up above you. Interlace your hands behind your back. Option one, separate your feet. Just press the knuckles down. Stay more upright here. Option two, bend your knees, fold forward with a shoulder rinse. If this is not so good for you, stay upright and just bring your right or hands over towards your right hip. You'll hook them there and drop the right ear to the right shoulder. If you're in a forward fold, just continue to move the body around left to right, rocking your weight side to side, holding on to that bind. If you're upright, slowly bring your hands all the way over towards the left. And just remember, there's no rush at all, any version that you're taking. If you have a forward fold version, slowly release the bind of your hand. Halfway lift and fold. Come all the way up to stand. We'll meet through the center. Reach your arms up above you. Take an inhale. Hands to heart center. Stand on your right leg. Eagle. Left foot up and over. Lots of options. You can just cross one time. You can go for a double cross or put your toes on something for a kickstand. Arms sweep out and then left arm under, either like a bear hug or full eagle arm. And we just have one more balance on the right leg after this. Continue to broaden the shoulder blades across your back. Maybe you lift the elbows 1 centimeter higher. Option to keep your eagle arm. It's a challenge. Draw your left knee to your chest, one-legged Tadasana, airplane pose, final balance on this leg. Push your left foot back. As you extend your left heel back, you could keep your arms or you could fly your arms. There's a little bit of locust quality in this position. Shoulder heads roll back, collarbones broaden. In 3, we'll all stand to Tadasana in 2. Left foot on the floor, reach your arms way up above you. Inhale, unwind them if you wound them. Eagle your right leg over. Once you've got your legs positioned, right arm under. And just notice the pattern of your breath. Even though your body might be in physically different positions, your breath, this autonomic process from inhale to exhale, maintains its cadence, its rhythm, its depth. And a really lovely thing just to ditch the arms for sure, all good. Or draw your right knee to your chest, keeping your arm. Airplane pose, extend your right leg far back behind you. Little bend of your left knee is all good. It's encouraged. Remember, you can ditch your arms at any point. Push your right heel on an imaginary wall right behind you. In 3, we'll all come to stand. In 2, press down, rise up. Both feet on the floor. Unbind your arms, reach up above you. Cactus your arms, elbows draw back, lift your heart. Reach up, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Halfway lift, all your choice. Chaturanga or step to downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe all the way out. Lift your right leg high in the air. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Lizard pose, drop down to your left knee. You can keep your palms on the ground. This for me is honestly like just as much as I would need. If you do want more, you can come down to your forearm. Hug your right inner thigh a little closer to you. Knees tracking with toes. Or for a different challenge, just like you did in Sphinx pose, tuck your chin towards your chest. Take a little rounding of the upper back. Feel that deeper pull on the psoas and the iliacus and throughout the left hip flexors, all the way down the left quad muscle. And there's no rush at all. If you want to add in a quad stretch, left hand will stay down. Reach your right arm around you. Reach it for your left ankle. And if you're able to reach for your left ankle, kick your heel away from you with energy. And if that feels like too much, simply let the left leg go and place your right hand on your right thigh. It's all good. If you do have a quad stretch, no slingshot. Very gently let the left leg go. Bring your hands down inside of your right leg. Keep your right toes wide for now, half split. Flex your right toes up. Just a little different angle. If you prefer to wiggle your right foot back to the middle of your mat, that's all good too. Flex the right pinky toe back towards you. Micro bend of the right knee is great. And then imagine pulling your sitting bone, your right sitting bone backward, and your sternum a little forward. Left hand down, right arm up if you want to add your twist again. Slow, deep breath in. Right hand back down to the ground. Come forward, low lunge, just keep your hands on the ground. Option to just go straight to half pigeon, right shin wiggles across. If you would like to go to a three-legged down dog first and then slide it through, eventually the right shin comes to your mat. Untuck your back toes, and if you are presented with any kind of knee pain, anything that doesn't feel comfortable here, either slide blankets, blocks under the left thigh, or sit all the way onto your right hip, more like 2 90-degree angles of your stretch. You'll start to feel the outer right hip open. Give into this stretch. Allow it to unfold with you. No need to fix or to fidget or to try to make anything happen quickly. Go slow and on your breath. Just remember there's, again, no rush at all. You might linger here a bit longer. Or very gently walk your hands all the way back up. If you're in 2 90-90s, extend your left leg more back behind you first. Tuck your back toes, gentle step back to down dog. Pedal your feet out in this down dog if it feels good to you to kind of rock all the way to one heel and the other side, other heel. Explore what might be open where you have created more space that wasn't there previously. And when you're ready, lift your left leg and just step it outside of your left hand. Lower down to your right knee. We'll be here for a bit of time. Lizard pose. Left leg stays closer to you rather than fanning to the outer edge of that foot, the blade edge of the foot. If you're on your palms, you might kind of tuck your chin to your chest and retract, pull back as you broaden the shoulder blades across your back. Take notice of how every single breath is its unique and its own posture in and of itself, because we are constantly changing. The breath is constantly opening up new space. You have the option to go for a quad stretch if you want to take it, or settle into not quite as much of an intensity for the final few moments here. Just all of these little moments on the in-between. When we start to train our brains to be aware of, we can see all of the shift, all that's happening within our internal systems always. And to just watch it with wonder, awe, curiosity, instead of judgment. If you have your quad stretch, as slowly as you can release it, let your leg go. Keep your left foot wide for a minute as you move back to a half split. Flex your left toes up to the ceiling, and then if you like to keep your toes wide, keep them wide, or you could wiggle them back towards center a little more. Keep flexing the left foot, especially your pinky toe. A little micro bend of the left knee. Draw your left hip back, and then if you want your twist, right hand down, left arm up. Final inhale. Left hand down, lunge either straight to half pigeon. You can wiggle your shin across or reset it through a three-legged down dog and slide it through. Untuck your back toes. Come all the way down. Give yourself permission to really land here. Whether one side is different or the other, it doesn't matter, no worry. Wherever you've landed right here and right now, listen to this breath, this inhale, this exhale. And then the process starts over again. Breath in and out. No rush at all. If you'd like to move back to one last down dog or even a full vinyasa, like high to low plank, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you could just sit on your left hip and drag your right leg around. We'll meet in a seated position. We'll go feet together, knees apart. If you're still moving through vinyasa, take your time. Baddha Konasana, but we'll take it a little wider today. So instead of heels really close to your body, knees a little further away, and then heels a little further away, scoot your sitting bones back some. And then if it feels all right on your low back, just allow your body to fold. And then if you've got something you could prop your forehead on, could be a water bottle, could be a block. Let your forehead relax. Let the lumbar spine relax. If this forward fold doesn't feel relaxing, choose something else. You could always come upright and straighten your legs, or take your legs a little wider for a wide-legged fold. You want at least 5 more breaths. Before you move, allow the next breath to just have a little bit more life in it, just a deeper inhale and exhale. And draw your belly in to lift your chest all the way back upright. If your legs are open wide, shake them back together. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor. If you want to bring a block with you, you're welcome to. Come all the way down to your back. You could plop down, roll down slow, whatever you'd like. Take a full good morning stretch when you get there. Reach your toes long in front of you, your arms back behind you. And we'll take a banana boat. So banana shape. Walk your legs over to the left and your arms over to the left. Option to hook your right ankle over your left ankle or vice versa. For more, you can grab your right wrist and just take a little pull to the side. Breathe a little more into the right side body. All the way down the right side from the upper rib cage, down through the hips, down through the IT band, into your feet. Gently walk your feet back through the center, uncrossing them, banana over to the right. Take your feet over to the right, body to the right. Option to hook left ankle over the right or right over left. Gently bring your body back through center. Plant your feet on the floor, bending your knees. Press up for a bridge pose. Feet down, roll your hips up. If you'd like to put a block underneath your hips, that's great. Allow this bridge not to be so big in terms of like a huge back bend, but rather just like a level setting of the pelvis and of your hips. Rather than squeezing your glutes, dig down into your heels and just try to pull them back some. Press into your inner feet. Feel the outer hips lift just a little. And you could keep your arms by your sides or take them somewhere that feels just a little more explorative, like maybe arms behind you or a cactus of your arm. Gentle little breath in. And if you're not on a block, lower down, exhale. If you are on a block, feel free to stay supported. One final bridge pose, any traditional style bridge that you'd like to take, you could interlace your arms behind your back. Press into the heels. If you prefer the resting bridge, just stay where you are. If you'd like this more active bridge, you're here for the next 3 or 4 more breaths. No rush at all. When you're ready, gently, gently lower all the way down to the ground. Remove the block if you've got a block. Windshield wiper your knees a couple times, side to side. Take your knees up to tabletop height. And just the last little bit of core connection before adding in our final twist. Press your hands on the tops of your thighs. Press your thighs back against your hands. As you inhale, feel your ribs move wider, left to right. As you exhale, feel the ribs draw together, low ribs draw down, low belly up and in. Inhale, expand, keep pushing your hands. Exhale, draw in, keep pushing your legs. One final time, inhale. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give your knees a small circle one way and the other way. Take your knees over towards the left for a spinal twist. Allow the right shoulder to melt open. If you prefer eagle leg twist, cross your right knee deeply over. Melt the right shoulder. And your gaze might fall over towards the right. Or perhaps your gaze falls over towards the left. Keep your neck happy. And very gently bring your body back through center. And take your twist over the opposite way, hugging your knees in, taking them over, and either keeping your legs stacked or eagle your legs. Again, choose the option that keeps your neck really happy here. When you feel ready, bring your knees back through center. Final happy baby. You could hold your outer feet for sure, or try your inner heels to make it just even more gentle and easy. The rock of the body side to side. Can you elongate your tailbone a little more forward, the top of your head a little further back? Take a gentle, deep breath in. Fold your knees back towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins. Bring your nose up to meet your knees if it feels all right on your back. Inhale into that expansion. Then unwind your body for a brief shavasana. So as you unwind, you might place a block or something behind each thigh if you want to add some elevation. You might keep your knees bent. Just choose the option that allows you to feel the most at ease. And take a full body scan. Wherever in your physical body you are still holding on to some tension, rather than holding on, just choose to let go. Just for here, just for now. Before you move anything at all, notice the patterns, the cadence, the texture of your breath. Notice its rhythm and the qualities that come with slowing down the exhale, finding the fullest capacity of your lungs on your inhale. Feel how, without any hesitation or constriction, your breath moves through the entirety of your body, from top to bottom, from the inside out. And before we move into a little bit of journaling, just take notice of how you feel right here and right now, connected to your mat space. Connected to yourself. Connected to your breath, this process that is always going on in the background. Now, the forefront of your mind, your energy, your attention. What do you notice? Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe you take another good morning stretch, reaching your arms back behind you, your toes in front of you, or any other feel-good movements that feel right to you. Allow your knees to come softly towards your chest and to rock over to one side so that as you make your way towards a seated shape, you can do so with relative ease, without much effort. When you get to that seated shape, just feel bones stacking on top of bones. This weightlessness, this effortlessness. That connecting to your source can provide you with. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And just take one deep breath in to close out this physical asana practice. Sigh it out. Thumbs to your forehead. Together we vow. Namaste. I've got a couple just prompts, and they're like more so ideas to kind of funnel your thoughts that could then go somewhere else. And so as we sit down, oftentimes I think about what happens after a yoga class is like, then we just kind of like roll up the mat and we're out the door. And so when we have in like the instances of like a yoga retreat, to like, we don't have anywhere we have to go. We have the time to let the practice land and then to decide how we want to take the practice with us. So we'll use these prompts as just some of that, just like fodder for your thoughts. But I always encourage you to write down other things that feel more pertinent to you. Whatever is going on for you, this is a good time to just jot notes down. So my first question is just, what words come to mind when you think of being at ease? Just words. They don't have to make sentences. They can be random. Just when you are at ease, what words come to mind? Maybe what feelings or sensations come to mind? Perhaps it's a person or certain people that come to mind when you think of being at ease. Maybe it's places. A physical geographical location or a place in your own home that just feels like the most at home to you. Feel free to keep on writing. If you're ready to think about something different, where in your life, in your week, in your time off your yoga mat, would you like to create more ease for yourself? And similarly, when you think about time spent off your yoga mat, if there are places or things or ideas or thoughts that are keeping you from tapping into that ease, jot those down. Notice them. Perhaps it's interactions with people. Perhaps it's a physical commitment. Perhaps it is just the way that we end up spending our time that feels less than serving to us or our community. When you start to jot down the things that might be keeping you from finding that sense of ease, that sense of flow, you can better notice them and point them out without judgment. We know that creating new habits takes time. There's things we can do in the short term, and there's things we can work towards in the long term. So when you think about today, maybe it's one, maybe it's two or more things that you can do just today to create more ease for you. And when you think about the time that you spend on your mat, It's your time. It is your hour, however long that you get to really just tune into you. But the time that we spend off of our mats is much more, much greater in the sense of the hours in our day. And it's how we react or how we interact with other people. So, how can we take this time, which is a gift? It is a true blessing to be able to tune in and to get quiet in order to then go off of the yoga mat into the world. And yes, find ease for ourselves, but how can we create more opportunities for others to find that sense of ease? Maybe it's a conversation to have with someone. Maybe it's offering your gifts, your talents, your skills that you tap into when you choose to listen to your source. How can you share your love and your light? Maybe just one or two ways, in small ways, like today, with someone else in the world. We know that working towards finding these and building these habits of being a yogi on and off the mat takes time. So as you look ahead to your next month or whatever you look ahead to in terms of a little longer plan, is there something that you can do for yourself that you can add into your regular calendar that promotes this sense of ease, no matter where you are, no matter where the calendar takes you? And as you think about maybe the one thing that you want to take away just from this time on your mat before we close out with one last guided meditation, maybe you think about, like, what does peace mean to you? Like, how can you embody that on your mat, off your mat, and maybe share it with your community in bigger ways? Or if there is one other thing that you'd like to take from this practice of this time of connection to yourself, just something that you want to remind yourself of, go ahead and jot that down. And you are welcome to continue writing on. If you'd like to find your comfortable seat again, whether that's on a block or if it's lying back down or taking your legs up the wall, whatever you'd like to do here, and just kind of settle in for a moment to close the eyes back down. You've already moved through so many different planes of motion and found spaciousness throughout the joints, the bones, the musculature in your body, moved fresh blood through the body. And then allowed for your time on your mat to kind of sink in a different way. So whatever thoughts now just ruminate in your mind, give yourself the space here to notice them. If anything else has come up for you, simply from writing down after a yoga practice, which we don't often do. Begin to observe those thoughts without any judgment or attachment to them. And as you look one layer deeper beneath the thoughts, there's the breath again. Continuing to move this life force of prana throughout your body, consistently, without fail. Envision a light that starts from your heart center, perhaps in the lungs or somewhere in your very, very middle. This light that glows whichever color you see first. And with your breath, that light continues to glow consistently, steadily, lighting your entire body from the very, very deepest part of your intuition outward. And that light starts to shine around your perimeter. Imagine as though this light is that sense of ease and peace that you wrote about, that you moved through, that you explored. This light is that embodiment. Imagine how brightly and brilliantly that light can shine, so that it doesn't just light the way for you, but that it reaches those who need some light as well. And then imagine that every single individual in this world also has this light, is also beaming their light out and reaching you. The light doesn't worry about thoughts or anxieties or the stressors of daily life. This light is powered by human breath, the power source, the prana that is within each and every one of us. No matter where we go, we take it with us. Take a gentle and deep breath in and sigh it out. And then when you're ready, simply just bow your chin to your chest. Feel in this morning's practice with a few good thoughts for you. You can bring your hands together in front of your heart or place them both over your heart. Thank yourself for showing up for you, for sharing your energy with this community. It wouldn't be the same without you. And then as you go out into the rest of your day and your weekend, every community you are a part of would also not be the same without you. So share that love, that light with everyone you meet. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you all so much for starting your Friday morning here.